mind can comprehend. The term 77 activation portal isn't merely symbolic, it represents a triad of spiritual perfection. The number 7 has always been considered sacred, the seeker's number, the mystic's vibration, the rhythm of the soul's quest for truth. When that number appears in triple form, its power is not just magnified, it becomes a signal, a cosmic alert, a whisper from the universe that a gateway is now open, and those who are tuned in can step into a new level of being. Today, July 17th, is carrying this vibration with intensity and clarity. All around us, this frequency is pulsing in nature, in silence, in chance encounters, and the intuitive nudges we can't explain. It's as if reality is becoming softer, more malleable, more responsive to our thoughts and emotions. The veil between what is and what could be is thinning, and in this thinning, a portal is emerging, not in a place we can visit physically, but in a space we access vibrationally. As we are living through this moment, people are beginning to feel unusual shifts. Time is moving differently, slower, faster, both. Emotions are rising like waves, grief, joy, peace, excitement, often without explanation. Dreams are becoming more vivid, memories are resurfacing, and many are starting to notice repeating patterns, especially the numbers. 717 on the clock, 777 on license plates, receipts, notifications. This isn't coincidence, it's resonance. This activation portal is not about a date on a calendar, it's about the energy the date holds. And today that energy is encouraging us to let go of everything that is false and remember who we truly are. It's nudging us to drop the illusions, the masks, the narratives we've carried for so long. It's showing us that the old way of living driven by fear, scarcity, control is crumbling. And in its place, a new timeline is opening. A timeline guided by authenticity, clarity, intuition, and purpose. Right now, as you breathe, as you read this, your body is receiving codes. Subtle but real energetic upgrades that are fine-tuning your awareness. Your cells are listening to frequencies from the stars. Your DNA is reacting to the higher harmonics that are bathing the planet. The more open you are, the more consciously you move through this day, the more you begin to align with the intelligence of this portal. What makes this particular activation so rare is not just the numerology, but the collective momentum. Thousands, perhaps millions of people are feeling the same pull. We are remembering something we've forgotten, that we are not just individuals lost in chaos. We are part of a grand unfolding, a cosmic rhythm, a sacred design. And today that design is revealing itself in clearer form. It's showing up in the synchronicities we can't ignore, in the clarity of sudden decisions, in the release of long-held pain, in the courage to finally speak our truth. This energy is not about forcing change. It's about aligning with it, allowing it, trusting it. So many of us have been conditioned to struggle, to strive, to fight for every inch of growth. But today's energy is softer, more magnetic. It's asking us to be still, to listen, to surrender, not to give up, but to rise up into a new way of being. A way that honors ease, flow, and divine timing. In my own life, I am noticing how things are clicking without resistance. Conversations I was afraid to have are suddenly flowing with grace. Ideas I put aside are now returning with new light. I'm seeing signs, vivid, clear, undeniable, that I am exactly where I need to be, doing exactly what I need to do. And I know this isn't just happening to me. This is happening everywhere. Friends I haven't heard from in months are reaching out today. People are waking up from confusion and stepping into purpose. They're saying, I don't know why, but something is changing. And they're right. Something is. The 777 activation portal isn't a myth. It's a mirror. It reflects where we are and where we're ready to go. It invites us to look deeper at ourselves, at our choices, at our paths, and ask the big questions. What am I here to do? What am I no longer willing to carry? What am I ready to create, to heal, to embody? And most of all, this portal is a reminder we are powerful beyond belief. Our thoughts are electric, our words are spells, our energy is currency. And today, July 17th, we are being gifted a window, a rare alignment where the universe is listening more closely, responding more rapidly, and urging us to speak, to dream, to believe. As this day continues unfolding, the invitation is clear. Be conscious. Be present. Speak what you desire. Forgive what you must. Release what no longer serves. And above all, trust that you are not walking through this alone. We are walking through it together. Souls across the globe are awakening in harmony, tuning into the same frequency, guided by the same light. So yes, July 17th is a portal. But it's also a promise that the future is not fixed, it is forming. And today, with the sacred energy of 777s echoing through every breath, we are being offered a chance to co-create something beautiful, something aligned, something we are stepping through. And the energy is meeting us there. We are collectively tuning into higher frequencies and shedding old limitations. And as we live through this very moment on July 17th, that truth is more evident than ever before. Something deep within the human experience is shifting. All around us, within us, and between us, there is an energetic upgrade happening. It's not loud or forceful, it's subtle, like the gentle rising of the tide. But its effects are undeniable. People are waking up with new clarity. Emotional baggage that once felt permanent is now feeling lighter. Old habits are cracking open. And we are starting to realize that we are not just reacting to life, we are co-creating it. Right now, you may be feeling a little different than usual, maybe more sensitive, maybe more tired, maybe even more inspired or restless. These aren't random moods, they are signals, energetic responses to a global recalibration that is underway. The frequency of the earth, her heartbeat, her resonance is rising, and our bodies, minds, and spirits are rising with her. And with this shift comes a powerful opportunity, the chance to finally let go of what has been weighing us down. All around the world, people are experiencing this moment differently, but one common thread is emerging, a sudden inner urge to release. To release what no longer fits, old stories, limiting beliefs, toxic relationships, self-doubt, fear-based thinking. We are starting to see these not as truths, but as illusions, outdated programs that we no longer need to carry forward. And the moment we recognize them as such, we begin to dissolve their power over us. It's like we're stepping out of heavy clothing we've worn for lifetimes, coats made of guilt, boots made of shame, gloves stitched with fear, and realizing that we've been carrying more than we were ever meant to. And as we begin to let those layers fall away, we are starting to feel something underneath it all: lightness, peace, power, the authentic self that has always been waiting for us. Tuning into higher frequencies doesn't mean we become perfect or untouchable. It means we become aware. We start to notice the patterns that no longer serve us and gently shift away from them. We begin to feel our intuition louder than our anxiety. We trust our inner guidance over external noise. We listen more. We judge less. We breathe deeper. And we start seeing the sacred in the ordinary, the magic in the mundane. A simple moment in nature, a smile from a stranger, a conversation that opens a new door. These are not small things anymore. They are signs, synchronicities, alignments. And as we move through July 17th, the 7777 activation portal, the process is accelerating. The energy today is making it easier to let go of heaviness and step into truth. The frequency we are tapping into now is not just about personal healing, it's about collective evolution. We're not only healing for ourselves, we're healing generational wounds, cultural patterns, ancestral trauma. We're breaking cycles not just for our future, but for those who came before us. Every time we forgive, we free more than just our own heart. Every time we speak up, we give voice to those who never had the chance. The higher frequencies we're aligning with are helping us remember something essential. We are not powerless. We are not broken. We are not victims of fate. We are creators. And creation begins with choice. Right now in this moment, you are making choices with your thoughts, your energy, your attention, and those choices are creating momentum. Every time you choose peace over drama, every time you choose love over fear, you are tuning into a frequency that elevates not just you, but everyone around you. This is what makes this portal so powerful. It's not just about individual awakening. It's about the collective rising. When one person raises their vibration, they create a ripple. When millions do it at the same time, as is happening today, the ripple becomes a wave strong enough to shift timelines, to reset paradigms, to rewrite the story of humanity. That might sound grand, but it's happening right now in the most grounded ways. People are quitting jobs that drain them, starting passion projects that scare them, ending relationships that no longer reflect their worth, speaking truths they've buried for years, choosing themselves after lifetimes of self-sacrifice. These are not small acts. These are revolutions, micro-revolutions in everyday life that add up to global transformation. It's important to remember this process isn't always comfortable. Shedding old limitations can feel disorienting. We may grieve the versions of ourselves we're leaving behind. We may question who we are without the roles, identities, and attachments we've held onto for so long. But this is part of the elevation. Growth requires space, and space is created when we release. So if things feel uncertain today, take heart. You're not falling apart, you're falling into alignment. One way I've been experiencing this myself is through the subtle but powerful shifts in my inner dialogue. I'm noticing the old thoughts, the self-criticism, the doubts, the fears, but I'm no longer believing them. I'm watching them float by like clouds instead of letting them become storms. I'm choosing to speak differently to myself, to affirm my worth, to declare my vision. And with each conscious word, I feel my energy shifting, rising, aligning with the version of me I've always known I could be. That's what today is offering us, a moment to remember who we really are underneath the programming. And who we are is powerful. We are frequency beings. We are creators. We are channels for divine intelligence. And the more we tune into that truth, the more we release what no longer serves us, the more clearly we begin to hear the call of our highest path. So as July 17th continues to unfold, let yourself be present with what's rising within you. Allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt, to speak what needs to be spoken, to let go of what needs to be released. You are not doing this alone. You are part of a massive collective movement toward a higher state of consciousness. And the more you participate, the more you trust and align, the more miracles begin to unfold. You are tuning in, you are rising up, you are shedding the old and stepping boldly into the new. And the frequency of this moment is guiding you every step of the way. Right now, in this exact moment, as the energies of July 17th swirl around us, something extraordinary is taking place. Not only are we experiencing a rare energetic portal, not only are we tuning into higher frequencies and releasing old limitations, but we are also discovering one of the most potent tools available to us as conscious beings, the power of our words. What we speak is no longer just language, it is vibration. It is frequency, it is energy taking form. And on a day like today, when the 7077 activation portal is wide open, the words we speak are carrying amplified power. They are moving faster, reaching further, impacting deeper. Right now, our spoken intentions are acting as keys, unlocking doors in the unseen, rearranging circumstances, aligning timelines. You may not realize it yet, but your words are shaping your reality faster than ever before. A simple sentence whispered with belief can initiate a shift. A declaration made from the heart can call in divine timing. The vibration of a truth spoken aloud can change the course of your path. This isn't metaphor, it's physics, emotion, and intention all merging together into action. What makes today different is the way the portal responds. The 777 energy carries the vibration of spiritual perfection, divine connection, and instant manifestation. It's not about control, it's about alignment. And when your spoken intentions match the frequency of your soul, the universe listens. Today it is listening even more closely. This moment is teaching us that we've never been powerless. We've just been speaking from fear. We've spoken limitation, and so we lived limitation. We've repeated stories of lack, and so we experienced more lack. We've told ourselves over and over again that we're not ready, not worthy, not capable, and the universe, ever responsive, reflected those beliefs back to us. But now the script is flipping. The portal is offering us a sacred opportunity to speak from truth, to speak from knowing, to speak not from wounds but from wisdom. I am watching this unfold in real time. People I know, people who were stuck, unsure, exhausted, are starting to change their language, and suddenly their lives are changing too. A woman who spent years saying, "I'll never find love," stood in front of a mirror and declared, "I am ready to receive love that honors my soul." Within days, she met someone who reflected that exact energy back to her. A man who constantly said, "I hate my job, but I'm stuck here," finally said, "I am open to meaningful work that values my gifts." That same week, he received a message about an opportunity he hadn't even been looking for. These aren't isolated events. They are evidence of what happens when intention and vibration meet clarity and voice. But this doesn't mean we just speak blindly. This is not about forcing affirmations or saying things we don't believe. The magic is in the alignment. The power of spoken intention is activated when the words come from a space of emotional truth, not just wishful thinking, but embodied belief. When you say, "I am enough," and you feel it in your bones, not just mentally, but energetically, that statement becomes a frequency that the universe mirrors back to you. And it's not only about positive words. Sometimes the most powerful spoken intentions are raw and honest. I am ready to heal. I am willing to see things differently. I release what no longer serves me. I forgive myself. These aren't sugar-coated affirmations. They are vibrational commitments. They open portals not just in the cosmos, but in our own hearts. Today, more than ever, those portals are active. Every word we say is creating an echo, a ripple moving outward, touching the field of infinite potential, calling back a reflection. And that's why today, July 17th, is so important. It's not just a moment to feel spiritual energy, it's a moment to participate in it. To speak with purpose, to speak from soul. Because right now, the words we choose are not just bouncing off walls, they are sculpting reality. Take a moment and reflect. What have you been speaking lately about yourself, your life, your path? Have your words been casting spells of doubt or declarations of destiny? Because every time you say, I can't, I don't know how, or it's not possible, you are anchoring yourself in a timeline that matches that vibration. And every time you say, I trust, I am ready, I believe, you step into a new alignment, one that matches your higher path. We are not being asked to be perfect. We are being invited to be conscious. Today, that consciousness is everything. The words we speak now are seeds. And in the energy of this portal, they grow fast. They root quickly. They bloom suddenly. That's why so many spiritual teachers, mystics, and guides are urging us to speak deliberately right now. To speak what we want to create, not what we fear will happen. Because we are no longer in a time where we can speak without impact. Our vibration is too high. The portal is too open. The energy is too alive. In my own life, I'm watching this unfold through the way I speak to myself in quiet moments. I used to say, I'm not ready. But today I'm saying I am being prepared in perfect timing. I used to say it's too late, but now I say I'm right on time. With each shift in language, I feel timelines bend. Opportunities arrive, my body feels lighter, my mind feels clearer. Not because I forced it, but because I aligned my voice with my truth. And that's the invitation for all of us. Use your voice today, not just to communicate, but to calibrate. Speak what your soul knows, even if your mind still doubts. Let your words become the bridge between where you've been and where you're going. Say it out loud, even if it feels unfamiliar, even if no one else is listening. Because the universe is. Say the thing you've been afraid to say, I am worthy, I am loved, I am powerful. Say what you're ready for, I call in peace, I welcome abundance, I align with my highest path. These words are not just sound, they are instructions. They are frequencies of remembrance. So, as this sacred day unfolds, speak. Whisper, declare, proclaim. Let your voice become the vibration of your vision. Let your words send ripples into the fabric of time, bending destiny toward your highest good. Today, the portal is open, and your voice is the key. As we move through the sacred moment, July 17th, under the influence of the 77 activation portal, something profound is happening on the inner planes of our lives. It's not just about cosmic energy swirling overhead or mystical numbers repeating in strange ways about what's happening inside of us. Right now, personal transformations are unfolding everywhere. People are awakening, hearts are softening, long-held wounds are dissolving. And for many, it feels like life is beginning to speak in a new language, the language of synchronicity, alignment, and inner knowing. This isn't about sudden lightning bolt changes or dramatic shifts, although for some it can.